I opened up the mailbox to see a tax refund from the IRS for more than $32,000. I was not expecting this check. And when I saw it, I thought, damn, no, I cannot believe this money is here. I wish this was 2 years later. From there, I immediately notified my probation officer, Isaiah Murrow, to let him know about the money because per terms of my probation, I'm required to let him know about any tax refunds because I had court-ordered restitution. On that call, I reminded him I've never missed a restitution payment. If anything, I send more than is expected. He said, it's not up to me, it's up to the judge. Let's schedule a hearing and you can ask him. At the hearing, I asked my judge if it would be possible to keep some of these resources because I was like $60,000 in debt on credit cards trying to build my career as an ethics and white-collar crime speaker. And a lot of the debt was because I was printing copies of my self-published book, Lessons from Prison and Ethics in Motion. Both you can get for free. And after he heard about these books in my career, he started laughing. He said, the last thing America needs is a felon speaking on ethics and white-collar crime. From there, he asked my probation officer if I disclosed the tax refund or if my probation officer found out on his own. My probation officer said, no, Paperny told me. Judge Wilson said, good thing, or else I'd have sent him back to prison. From there, he said, if I did not turn over the whole tax refund, less the $1,000 I had to pay to a lawyer that day to help me, if I didn't pay it all back, he'd violate me and send me back to prison. While the judge was making fun of my career, something interesting happened. I took pity on him. I showed mercy in a way that I suppose I expect a judge to show mercy to others. When he sentenced me, I was a scared little boy who had never overcome any adversity in my life before. And then just a year and a half later, after prison, back in that courtroom, I wasn't bothered by what he said. I took pity and a sense of empathy that a sentencing judge wouldn't recognize that people could become better, recognize that humans can make bad decisions, and then work to overcome. And I thought of getting philosophical, the myth of Sisyphus that I read in prison. Remember, Sisyphus was condemned to Hades to roll a boulder up the hill, and it would always come back down and he'd start over. Well, like Sisyphus, I carry the burden of this conviction, but I'm not going to carry it for people like my judge who doesn't think that I could become better or try to impress people who think they're perfect. I'm going to carry the burden for the victims that I create. I'm going to carry the burden for my family. I'm going to carry the burden for others who make bad decisions and who through their own efforts can demonstrate how and why they can become better. At the end of that, he said, not only am I not going to let him keep the money, he's not allowed to spend more than $500 a month. And if he does, I'm going to send him back to prison too. And I like that he was making it harder for me. I like that I could prove that I could overcome these challenges. And it showed how much I had grown while he was making fun of me in that courtroom.